Welcome to Think IP, the podcast where we unpack how at least 85% of your business value lies in its intellectual property assets. If you're not leveraging them, you're leaving big money and opportunity on the table. I'm Dr. M, and today I'll be talking about IPA valuation, how to assess the worth of your intellectual property and why it matters. So if you're an entrepreneur, startup founder, or business leader looking to play smart, ready to elevate from a minimum viable product to a market-dominating force, then stick around till the end, because this could be the game changer you've been waiting for. You won't regret it. Let's start with a reality check. There is no formal accreditation for IPA valuers in Australia. Surprising, right? That means most valuations are done by accountants or auditors, and their expertise varies depending on the purpose of the valuation. If you need a valuation for financial reporting, you want someone well-versed in accounting standards. If it's for commercialization or litigation, you'll need someone with deep industry experience. Step 1. Determining the scope of the valuation. Valuing IPA isn't as simple as slapping a price tag on a patent. There are multiple constraints to consider. Technical constraints. Do you have the right expertise to evaluate the asset? Informational constraints. Do you have access to quality, relevant data? Financial constraints. Do you have the budget to conduct a proper valuation? Temporal constraints. How urgent is the valuation? Legal constraints. Who owns or controls the asset? And are there any legal disputes? When determining the scope, ask yourself, what IPA is being valued? What's its legal protection status? What's the purpose of the valuation? Financial reporting, commercialization, litigation? Who owns it and who will rely on the valuation? What's the valuation date, budget, and available data? Step 2. Information gathering. A valuation is only as good as the data it's based on. You'll need to gather financial, market, and legal data across departments. Think accounting, marketing, and finance. The better the information, the more accurate your valuation will be. Step 3. Valuation and reporting. Now let's talk about how to value IPA. Under AASB 138, an intangible asset must be identifiable, controlled by the business, and expected to provide future economic benefits. But here's where it gets tricky. Internally generated brands, mastheads, and customer lists, not recognised. Revaluation of intangible assets, only if there's an active market. Software classification, if it's integral to hardware, it's property, plant, and equipment. Otherwise, it's an intangible asset. Valuation techniques depend on the purpose: commercialization, litigation, or financial reporting. The right approach depends on factors like the development stage of the IPA, data availability, and resources. Step 4. The valuation report. The valuation isn't just about numbers, it's about communicating value. The final report should be clear, comprehensive, and structured to meet business needs. It must outline all assumptions and the valuation methodology so that stakeholders can easily understand it. So, there you have it. IPA valuation isn't just a box-ticking exercise. It's a strategic tool. Get it right, and you unlock new funding, licensing, and exit opportunities. Get it wrong, and you risk undervaluing your most powerful business assets. If you want to dive deeper into today's topic, hit the subscribe button and leave your email address in the comments section, or go to thinkip.au to get a free copy of the Think IP book. Over 300 pages of practical, high-value insights. Until next time, think it because it pays.